And do you remember, like, what's your earliest memory of that?
We remember small things like being in a shower with Dave.
Growing up, I knew him as Uncle Joey. He liked to have fun off camera, too. He says alcohol was usually a part of that equation until he was faced with a harsh reality.
For me, I was a functioning alcoholic, but I didn't realize the physical and psychological effects it was having on me.
There are so many weirdos on the show Full House. No wonder the Olsen twins are traumatized. Bob Saget is awful. John Stamos has had his shady moments. And now it seems like Dave Coulier, aka Uncle Joey, is just as bad as the rest of them. So let's get into it. We talk a lot about the entertainment industry on this channel, and one show that continues to surprise me with how controversial it is the show Full House. I mean, who would have known there would be so many problematic people on a family-friendly show? It makes sense why Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen are traumatized from Hollywood. The Olsen twins do not seem to have many memories of their time on the show Full House, nor many fond ones. Mary-Kate even referred to themselves as little monkey performers. Clearly, the Olsen twins resent their time as child stars, and they don't have many memories. But one of the memories they do have that stuck out to me was about Dave Coulier. You guys may remember Dave as Uncle Joey on the show. And on this channel, we've talked about John Stamos and Bob Saget and their problematic past. But I thought today we should talk about Uncle Joey. Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen sat down with Ellen DeGeneres in 2010 and revealed some surprising things about Dave. They said, "We remember small things, like being in a shower with Dave," which I'm not clear on whether this is a reference to the show, but it was a weird moment that stuck out and I thought we should talk about it.
And do you remember, like, what's your earliest memory of that?
There's quite a few.
I'm not sure if they're memories or old footage.
Right.
You kind of confuse the two. But we remember small things like being in a shower with Dave.
All right, let's not talk about that. Okay. I was talking about the show. So let's
Hopefully that was part of the show, but also a weird thing to mention. I mean, the Olsen twins go through PR training, so why would they bring up that story specifically? Dave never commented on the shower claims, but he said in 2015 that back in the day, what producers would do with the Olsen twins would give them a gummy bear to make them perform. That was the big deal. I'll give you a red gummy bear, and then they would just go ahead and do the catchphrase or whatever they need to do for the scene. So that's probably why they felt like performance monkeys, because they were fed gummy bears and made to perform. Because there are so many scandalous people on the show, I have a feeling that Dave found himself in some trouble because he was hanging out with troublemakers, like getting high on the show. Bob Saget actually wrote a book about his time working on the show, and he shared some really uncomfortable things. Bob wrote, "I grabbed Dave and John and we went into the prop room backstage and locked the door. I swung open the refrigerator and behold, 6 cans of whipped cream, Ready Whip. Nitrous oxide is dangerous and can cause brain damage. Dave and John followed my lead and we inhaled a little bit of air left in the cans that were meant for Michelle's birthday cake scene. I guess we got high. Don't think so though. It was hard to tell. We were in a hurry and whipped cream started to squirt everywhere." This kind of reminds me of what Drake Bell has been getting into lately, because he has been inhaling some of those like Whip It cans. Supposedly, allegedly, that's what the news is reporting, and those get you like super high really quickly, and Bob's right, it does also kill your brain cells.
That's every meal, honey. I'm sorry, I'm filling my pants.
Now, I don't know if Dave was getting drunk on set. He's never clearly said that he was drunk at work, but he talks about being a functional alcoholic and how he really put himself through it with his addiction. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're over here like inhaling like, these cans if he's not also drinking.
Growing up, I knew him as Uncle Joey. The Full House family was one that so many of us wanted to be a part of. And just as we saw Dave Coulier laughing and having a great time on TV, he liked to have fun off camera too. He says alcohol was usually a part of that equation until he was faced with a harsh reality.
Dave has admitted to the world that he is an alcoholic. He wrote on Instagram a caption, "I was drunk, yes, an alcoholic. But I've been alcohol-free since January 1st, 2020. And that's great that he is sober now, but he is relatively recently sober, and he spent, I guess, his entire career just drinking away, which must have been, hard. A lot of people in Hollywood seem to have, drug issues and alcohol issues and all of that, but it maybe could explain some of his behavior behind the scenes.
You can really see how little your dick is in that suit. Sorry, Patty. Sorry, Patty. I'm sorry, Bob. Bob's got a real small wiener. Sorry, Patty.
I don't know what's up with Dave and talking about Bob's, like, you know what, but he's even made a tweet before referencing Bob's penis, so I found that kind of weird that he's made multiple references to it. Yeah, just uncomfortable. Dave admitted that nobody liked beer with the boys more than he did, and that he was often the final guy in the room after 8-hour drinking binges, which often led to him feeling like a bowl of dog mess. We're gonna have to blur some of the photo that he shared, but you guys can Google it, and you could probably tell through the blur there's some red, because yeah, he shared this picture on Instagram of him all messed up because he was drinking too much and he hurt himself, which is a very vulnerable thing to do, and addiction's hard, and he's, an older gentleman, so he's got decades of living this way, so to change his behavior is, very admirable.
Hey, I was a functioning alcoholic.
You weren't looking at your drinking habits as those of an addict.
No, I was not, and that was part of the problem. It was just, hey, let's have fun, and it was very thinly disguised as let's have a great time. But I didn't realize the physical and psychological effects it was having on me.
If you guys don't know what a functioning alcoholic is, it's pretty much what the word states. A functioning alcoholic, they can function, they can, I guess, drive, they can go and live their lives, they can work, but they're drunk and they're dependent on it. And sometimes they don't even necessarily realize they have a problem because, their life isn't slowing down. So people aren't really calling them out for, not showing up to work or being extremely messy because they're drinking moderately to at least, maybe handle their anxiety or cope with something else, but also it's no excuse. It could lead to gross behavior, and I think that's why a lot of people find themselves in trouble.
Hey, Mo! Yeah, I'll pull your hands up. I don't care! I don't care anymore! I needed to do this!
Now, if we're going to talk about Dave Coulier, we have to talk about Alanis Morissette, because they had a relationship and there have been some headlines. These two began dating in 1992. Specifically, they crossed paths at an all-star hockey game where he was participating in. She was actually there to sing the national anthem. Something that's weird about their relationship is that they started dating when she was 18 and he was 33. It's honestly, at this point, it's the normal in Hollywood. If you don't have a big age gap, then I guess that's weird. But it's kind of problematic. She was a little bit too young for this grown man, and why is he even interested in her? One of the reasons why people are interested in their relationship is not only because of the weird age gap, but also there's a song that she supposedly wrote about Dave, and it's one of her most popular hits called You Oughta Know. This person wrote in an email to me, "The vibe is weird. It just seems like she was kind of taken advantage of because she was so young. He was fresh out of a marriage and immediately got with a teenager. Weird. She got the last laugh by writing You Oughta Know about him, and in the media, he seemed to make a joke of it." So let's break down what happened here. Some of the lyrics say, and I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. And that's just a taste of her anger toward the unnamed man in the song.
And these Alanis Morissette rumors start rearing their ugly head. Are you going like, I don't need this out there right now? Or were you like, yeah, it is what it is?
It was what it was.
Yeah.
You know, we dated and she was writing all of that Jagged Little Pill stuff during that time. And I never saw this, angry white girl thing that she's, that people have kind of coined her as.
Even though Alanis claims she will never say who this is about, people, are pointing at Dave. And this article actually reports that they could have been dating when she was 17. He would have been 32, so just, a little too close. Dave actually addressed the song in 2008, claiming that the song was about their rocky relationship, saying that he first heard the song when he was driving and said, "Wow, this girl is angry," and then he realized it was her. "I listened to the song over and over again. I think I really hurt this person," and then he tried to contact her and finally got a hold of her. Dave asked her, "What should I say when I'm asked about this song?" And she told him to say whatever he wanted to. I guess that is a hint that she was addressing that the song was actually about him. But then in 2014, Dave decided to switch up. He did an interview with BuzzFeed and denied that this song was about him. I don't know if he forgot in 2008 that he acknowledged it was. He was quoted saying, "First of all, the guy in that song is a real a-hole, so I don't want to be that guy." I'm sure he didn't want to be known as that guy because it's not a great reputation. But in 2022, he switched up his tone again, saying that he, first heard the song on the radio and that he realized that this album was pretty much written about their relationship because there were a lot of clues and hints that the songs were, referencing him and his behavior.
I'm listening to the lyrics going, ooh, oh no. Oh, I can't be this guy. And I went to the record store, bought the CD, and I went and I parked on a street and I listened to the whole record, and there was a lot of familiar stuff in there.
I don't know if we'll ever know how bad their relationship was, but also their age gap, like a relationship for an 18-year-old, 17-year-old, is very different than for a 33-year-old. So I just think that she could have had an entirely different experience, and he was just having, a little side, young piece, whatever, some gross Hollywood manipulation. Who really knows? We don't have the details, but there's another song that fans point to and claim is also about Dave. It's called Hands Clean. Supposedly, it's about her intimate affair with Dave 25 years ago. We don't know much about this connection, but Hands Clean explores a past relationship and how its effect lingers. The song is about an apparent, matter-of-fact reminiscence of an underage, intimate relationship with a music business mentor, an affair under the rug swept. I don't know if Dave has any play in music, but I don't think he does. So I think the other song You Ought to Know is probably most definitely about him. I don't know about Hands Clean. Comment below if you guys are familiar with her work. Alanis does have her own traumatic past. I mean, she claims when she was 15, she was R-worded by multiple men, which is really traumatic. She was beginning her pop star career, and she went through this horrible experience where multiple men did this to her. She hasn't really detailed exactly what happened, which it's probably really hard for her to unpack it all. She hasn't revealed the identities of her alleged R-words, but she did accuse unnamed music industry professionals of ignoring what had happened. I did tell a few people, and it kind of fell on deaf ears. It would usually be a stand-up, walk out of the room moment, but I guess, nobody really listened to her. So she did tell people around, probably when she was 15 or a young teen, that this was happening to her, but they just ignored it because it's part of the, pop music machine. But since Full House, it seems like a lot of the characters have been kind of mid with their careers. I mean, the Olsen twins have done amazing, but when it comes to Bob Saget and John and Dave, they've all kind of just continued to float through Hollywood. And some people have said that these people are cursed, but I think their behavior on set maybe set a bad precedent. There were multiple articles bringing up the fact that their careers have not flourished since the show, and probably because they would egg each other when they were on set. Like, why would you behave this way at work? They were all comedians before they went into Full House, and actually at some point Bob and Dave even lived together when they were really young and just beginning their career. So these guys are mostly comedians. Like, I guess, working as actors. I mean, obviously they're actors as well, but I feel like maybe they're a little bit more immature on set. Bob Saget wrote that the set always smelled like Dave's ass. Bob shared that he would pass so much gas on set that they constantly had gag reels, which really lived up to its name, which I think is so gross. I hate talking about this stuff. Ew, so gross, but I just think it's like, ew. Imagine working on set and like this Dave guy over here is just like crapping himself every so often. And honestly, these stories paired with like, other things that he's even told us about his own addiction makes it seem like it's hard for him to work with people. And I found one moment, like some interview skit, and I'm not entirely sure if this is part of the skit. I don't think it is. I think that he was supposed to prepare something. He didn't prepare it, and he started getting, frustrated with the director or the interviewer. And I just wanted to play this clip for you guys because I feel like it's a weird moment. And actually the interviewer is like kind of like rude too. So I just thought it was like just a really weird clip I wanted to play for you guys because it's just odd on both ends. I don't really find it funny. I don't even know why it's really out there. So comment below what you guys think about this.
Normally actors prepare, like when we give them something to prepare.
Yeah, I know.
I've
been an actor for a long time. I know how to prepare.
Yeah, maybe
you guys just said Coulier on Coolio, and that isn't.
Right.
I mean, we don't have to do the bid. I mean, I don't.
Okay.
I don't really think it's that funny.
No, I thought you don't find it funny.
I don't really think it's that.
I mean, do you have something funnier that you want? I mean, why don't you do something from Full House or something?
Well, why are you insulting me now? That's
I'm
not
not
very
insulting
nice. That's not very nice.
Why don't you do? I'm not insulting you. It's a great show.
I know. I can see it in your face. You're insulting me. I don't know why you'd show up here at my house when I've been so gracious.
No, I'm just saying you don't want to do this bit, so why don't you do like Uncle Jesse from Full House or one
that's
of your taglines or something?
That's insulting.
How is that insulting?
Because it is.
Why?
It's just we're not talking about.
We both agree it was a funny show. Why is that insulting?
Because we're not talking about Full House. We're talking about a bit that you came to me with.
Right, and that you agreed
that has
to
a
do
funny
and did
title,
not prepare.
Coulier on Coolio, which isn't funny.
Obviously you don't seem into it, so we don't have to do it.
That's fine with me. That's fine.
That's fine with me too.
We don't have to do it. We don't have to.
So
Okay.
If there's something funnier you want to do?
No, I think we're done.
Because I'd love it if you rang off some of your taglines from Full House.
See,
I really think that would have the audience rolling.
That's really insulting. Is this what you do? This is your job description? You show up at
No, my job description is to work with professional actors that are prepared, but I understand you might be a bit rusty since you haven't done anything in the past 20 years. Okay?
Wow.
So Carter, we can go. Carter?
Oh, it's so cringe. Like, it doesn't seem like that doesn't seem like acting. Like, they were both mad. So uncomfortable. Like, Loki has my heart racing. I just had to play it for you guys. Let me know what you guys think of this video in the comments below. I have this big box that's been sitting here and I've been like scared to open it. I'm like, you know what? I'm ready to do it. So let's go ahead and see. This is from Ashley. Okay, so it looks like we have this package right here with a note. Hi Sloan, I love your channel and I've been following you for a while. I first discovered your channel through Dan Schneider debacle, which led me down a rabbit hole of the dark secrets of Hollywood. As a former aspiring actress, when I was a child, I almost am relieved that I never went anywhere, given all the disgusting things that happen behind closed doors and just how badly it can affect these poor stars well into adulthood. True. You seem like a very kind person who genuinely cares about the people you discuss and their mental well-being, which is rare in journalism these days. That's one of the things, like being out in like LA and around other like entertainment people and stuff, like I do get that feedback a lot and it means a lot to me, but I'm like also I just feel like that's who I am, and I do see other people exploit like stories and stuff, and it's just not a vibe. I mean, I feel like it, you guys get it. I'm a mother of 2 daughters, a 4-year-old and a 6-month-old. I don't know why I'm like nervous reading this, and recently quit your thankless corporate job and have been investing in a brand new Etsy shop. I work with print on-demand providers to produce custom t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, a bunch of artwork. My primary focus right now is t-shirts, specifically relating to dogs, and as a fellow dog lover, I wanted to gift you something with your dog Bunny. Oh my gosh, shut up. You guys know I love art of Bunny. As a new Etsy shop, I've been struggling like most shop owners. Oh my gosh, I will link you below. The algorithm will place like one listing higher in terms of visibility that gets more clicks and shop receives, and as well as favorites. So I will link your stuff below, of course. Yeah, and it looks like your shop is called CCCV Designs, and there's a link. Perfect. I offer various pre-made designs as well as personal or customized products. I can customize anything. That's awesome. And you can also get a 20% coupon if you use Sloan20. Oh, this is so sweet, Ashley. I really hope you have like success with your business, and I want everyone to go check it out below. Like, just go and like see the artwork, and like, oh my gosh, I'm nervous to see this. Shut up. This is gorgeous. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I love this. It's perfect, Bun. This is like, oh, I love it. Like, I love bunnies so much. It's like, I just cannot wait to hang this up. It's so pretty. So well done. The frame is amazing. I can't believe you did this. Like, what? Wow. This is so sweet. I love it, Ashley. Thank you so much. I'm going to treasure this forever. Like, permanent piece of art on my wall. Like, oh, beautiful. I love that so much. And there's also like another package within this package. I don't know like what this would be. I hope like you didn't accidentally send this. You didn't like really mention it, I don't think, in the letter. So let's see what this thing could be. Hopefully I'm not opening your mail. Oh my gosh. Cute. What the heck? If I can't bring Bunny, I'm not coming. Oh my gosh. That is like next level. And like I bring Bunny everywhere. You guys know I bring her to the gym. I bring her everywhere. Wow. This is adorable. These are so like perfect and well made. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And go and check out their shop below. Use code Sloan20 for 20% off and support a fellow subscriber. Until next time, I'll see you guys in a new video soon. Bye guys.